Hello everybody and welcome to Tabletop Simulator Kingdom Death Monster. I'm here with Guest Tickets the Gray. What do you say, Guest Tickets?
I look forward to becoming Guest Tickets the White.
Okay, or the Blue.
That was a Lord of the Rings reference for
Yeah,
all
but
you kids out there.
Yeah, but your team color's gray right now. So I was saying, like, usually you go blue. So I was just saying. There you go.
I'm blue now.
Yep, Guest Tickets the Blue. All right. Last time we left off, we had been gobbled up. And now we are back. So for the settlement phase. Got a bunch of stuff. We are returning survivors. I've already healed us up, by the way. So now we are gaining endeavors. Let's see. We get one from cooking. And we got 4 people coming back. 2, 3, 4. And that's it, right? We forgot about the romantic principle. We got to remember, we got a survivor gets a random fighting art. We draw 3 fighting cards and get to keep 1. We blew that before, so as much as we stumble forward, we stumble backward.
You know, I just figure we screw up both ways enough that it all balances out.
Nope. All right, we are now updating the timeline. Ooh, we're going all the way down here.
Yeah, we're getting down to it.
Here's the Nemesis Watcher, which we've never faced before. So we don't hunt this time. We go out against the Nemesis. There's a new Nemesis in town. All right. Okay. You want to draw this time? I think I drew last time, didn't I?
I believe so.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm not feeling it.
Olympics.
I'm a little bit off
Give me
today.
Olympics. Come on.
Cracks in the ground.
Ugh. A low rumbling fills the settlement. Small cracks in the earth widen into fissures that belch up hot, foul-smelling vapor. That can't be a good thing. All right, we gotta roll a d10. It looks like, ooh, we could get a founding stone. We could get a founding stone. I like that. I like that.
I don't like number 1.
Massive crack splits on the ground. Any returning, oh boy, with heavy gear are dead, and we're trying to get.
And it's
we're
lost.
Trying to get iron.
Well, I know you don't have heavy gear. Let's see what mine is. The lion set is heavy. The lion set is heavy. So that's Nalo Shun, and all the gear on Nalo Shun is in danger right now.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. We just named and now imminent. Okay, that's only a 1.
The lowest movement falls into a crack and dies 2 to 5. Lowest movement would be unnamed Fist and Tooth over here.
Ah, the broken leg is coming back to haunt me.
Yeah.
Ugh. This is why
6
we
plus.
Fist and Tooth gets.
We get the founding gear, founding stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all your stuff and my stuff, so don't roll a 1, don't kill me, and archive all of our heavy gear, and don't roll a 2 to 5, and kill your Fist and Tooth guy, who is how close to getting? No, this one's not very good, actually. But it does have Monster Claw and Tough.
Yeah.
Big die, big
When
roll.
death is a possibility, we need the large die.
All right,
here we go.
2 rolls. Throw it up in the air twice.
We're just ducking a 1. That's it. Just ducking a 1.
Oh, you're terrifying, dude. I hate it. I hate it. All right, we got a founding stone. Oh.
Man, that was. We got the founding stone.
All right, now we got 5 founding stones now.
5 of
so
them. I'm saying we can start. We can take one out if we feel like it right now.
yeah, okay. All home endeavors are prevented. The vapor improves breathing, +1 to the result of nightmare training we don't have. All right. We do have a shrine, so we can spend 3 organs and roll on it. And if we succeed, we gain Mad Oracle. Once per showdown, as the monster draws an AI card, name a card out loud. If the AI card is drawn, you get +1 evasion. Once per showdown? That's mediocre at best. I do like the evasion token. All we have to do is like use the rawhide headband, and then you can know what's coming up next. So that's an automatic evasion token if we roll that. But we spend 3 organs to get there. Vapor Scar, spend 3 resources and you're dead. Or you get immune to bash. Jeez, those are terrible. I wouldn't.
Actually, the immune to bash is interesting to me.
You want to spend 3 of our resources for that? I guess we do have enough Acanthus, but
I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just talking out loud about it right now.
The other thing is if somebody dies in the settlement phase, we do have graves, which means that we get another endeavor. So if you kill somebody, we do get an endeavor and bring them back. But I dislike spending resources when we just got smashed by the butcher.
I'm just saying, bash is what knocks you on your head, right?
Yeah, if you get bashed, you get knocked down. I'm already immune to bash with my set. One of my sets, at least.
And this is an ability, so we can hold on to as many abilities as we feel like it, according to this.
Yeah. Well,
player card.
Let's see what we got. We've only got finite amount of resources, so I'm hesitant right now. Sure. First things first. We're updating death card. We're gonna develop. Okay. First things first. We innovate.
That's right.
Nothing else matters. So let's use a monster organ, a monster hide, and a monster bone. This is just standard stuff right here.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we draw 2.
4.
Yeah, we draw 4 with a symposium. So we draw an additional 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we got. So we
usually we put out 8 and then mix and match. I don't care if that's dirty pool or not, but
yeah, let's just go with the 4 this time. Let's see if we can get something lucky. You want? Well, okay, here you go. Why not? You want to do that? You like it? There we go. You pick 1, I pick 1. We got to flip over 4.
All right, I'm going for number 7.
Song of the Brave. On arrival, you remove a negative attribute token during overwhelming darkness. Each survivor may select Path of the Brave. That's pretty powerful.
Only when you don't have a leader like me with you.
Yeah. Memento Mori. This one's good too. Once per settlement phase, nominate a survivor that died in the last showdown. If we're probably going to start losing people, we gain their insanity. We can gain the courage and understanding, gain the hunt XP. So, might be worth it because we are going to start losing people.
Wow, that's a spicy meatball. You get all their courage and understanding, or you get all their experience. Holy cow, that means, you know what that means? You send out your you can send out your heavy hitters, and then if somebody gets popped by a monster, you can get a lot of that back. It doesn't hurt so much. That is nice.
Well, think about this. A lot of the hunt XP, well, a lot of the things we need is the weapon proficiency, right? So we lose that. That's painful. But the courage and understanding is big, and the hunt XP is pretty big too. So that's.
We also have a, at least in the form of bow mastery, we have some what do you call it, insulation from that kind of thing.
A little bit now, but we don't in other instances. So okay, let's flip another one. Your turn.
Get on their shtick.
Yeah, right. You're up next.
I'm gonna go for 4. I think 4 and 7 are good ideas.
Ooh, pedal spiral. Regardless of hunt XP, you may select sword for your weapon proficiency.
Interesting.
And then trace petals, lose 1 flower resource, or gain survival, gain 6+. You gain a sword proficiency level. And Flower Knight. Let's look at the Flower Knight here. let's see, where was it? I think pedal spiral is something that we use. Oh, if we have Song of the Brave, we can then here. If we have Song of the Brave and Sculpture, and we do, we may perform the Ballad of the Wallflower. As the song reaches the climax, the entire settlement is on the verge of understanding something. When they wake, they're frozen. We might lose 1d5 population. You do not gain the benefits of the death. Increase the survival limit by 1. Departing survivors gain +1. Understanding of +3 insanity.
Okay, well, the -1d5 population sounds pretty horrible.
But the survival limit up by 1, and departing survivors always gain understanding and 3 insanity every single time they go out. That's if we take Song of the Brave. But I thought Pedal Spiral gives us something. I guess not. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah, here. If the set, okay, if we defeat a level 3 knight and we have Pedal Spiral, all survivors with the fencing art and ghostly beauty and our 60 sword gain the true blade secret fighting art. That's too tough. That's not gonna happen. Anyway, thanks for playing. Thank you, drive through. Next, my turn. Last one to flip. I'm feeling good about the second location here. Nightmare Training. This is where you lose 3 survival, roll a d10. Gain a weapon proficiency, gain a survival, roll again, or gain a permanent accuracy or strength. And this time around, we gain a +1 to the Nightmare Training endeavors. I do like me some permanent accuracy and strength and weapon proficiencies, but pretty good chance you're going to get a 2 to 7 on that.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's just a matter of how many die rolls you want to take.
Yeah. Well, you have to roll again. You basically just keep training until you either die or run out of survival, I guess. Oh, you may spend a survival. Okay. Yeah. I see. So, yeah, you can just keep going. So, like, somebody who has 8, like, your Fist and Tooth guy here could just go nuts. And just try to get the...
if there's one thing my Fist and Tooth people do, it's go nuts.
Alright, so... these are the ones we didn't get. So we get 1. This is hard choices.
Yeah.
I really like Pedal Spiral because we don't have anybody with sword. And we can always throw... extra stuff at it and try to level up somebody with sword, because we do have a scrap sword, we do have a good steel sword that is here as well. We also have the oh, I thought we had another sword. I guess not. Okay, I've always liked the scrap sword. Okay, Memento, because we're definitely going to lose people. Okay, here's the problem. I'll put this the way I think. Let me see. We're not going up against the Screaming Antelope anytime soon. At least not for a little bit, so we're stuck here. Here's my order. Song of the Brave is probably last, even though I like it and I would really love to have that, but I don't see us going out next round against anything. We're going to probably get smashed. The problem then comes, so this is low. This is kind of future, a little bit more long term, right? Like I'm trying to build up a guy. Yeah.
You don't have long term.
So then we have death. And we have trying to prepare for, the big fight. So we even get benefits to this time around. So there's a good chance we can, use it well this time around. We're probably going to lose people, though, in this upcoming fight. We've never fought the Watcher. We have no idea what we're up against. We could go for the kill, or we could... Actually, the Watcher. Yeah, we could probably see what's coming up against the Watcher. I'm going to clear the showdown here. We can read the Watcher because we're up against him and he's like a special event, so something is blocking. Oh, he just looks fun, doesn't he? I think he's on the cover of the game box, Jim. Look at the damage chances there. Look at the wound chance. Oh, okay. He's the final boss? He's the final boss. It says here, Nemesis final boss. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's read it. Long ago. Well, maybe we get through and we go on and do some great things. I don't know. Long ago, the ravenous beasts searched the darkness using their keen senses to find their prey. In the distance, they saw a blooming pillar of light surrounded by tasty morsels bustling in their tiny industry. Licking their chops, they approached, but the beasts halted mid-step. The wind carried a foul, menacing presence. Surely the busy creatures were harmless, yet the menacing warning persisted, felt in their very bones. Instinctively, the beast turns away, seeking their meals elsewhere. Oh no. There's some crazy rules here, Jim.
I'm reading.
Listen to this. Look at this. Here, look at this. Aftermath, game over. Defeat. Consumes everyone and everything before traveling for an eon, ultimately finding a new place to hibernate. The time of the settlement has come to an end. Its people are history and are forever lost. Game over. Oh, so basically we lose this, everybody. We're done. This is it. This is the last thing. So we have to win this. So it says here, move the Watcher directly to the center of the Showborn. All survivors gain a -1 strength token if he absorbs. He starts with 15 life. His toughness is equal to the current lantern year on the settlement. If the settlement has records, the monster gains +2 toughness. We do have records, don't we? Yeah. So he gets +2 toughness? Jeez. So we made it harder for ourselves, Jim. All right.
I'm still back in shock about how we're getting the boss fight 5 years early.
Well,
how did that happen?
I don't know. But maybe this is the, so we call it 5 years early, but this is Lantern Year 25, so this might be the end, and then after that may just be like, hey, you've survived, and now you go on to the next, thing.
That doesn't make any sense though, because it says right there, victory.
Yeah, victory. It says all living survivors gain +1 permanent strength, and then blackout. So we don't know what blackout is. So we continue on, I guess. You want to read blackout?
No,
okay.
I have enough.
All right, so here's this other thing. A retinue represents a settlement unit to fighting together. Each retinue contains 9 spaces and is made up of 9 unused survivor miniatures. Retinue cannot attack monsters directly and instead lends its strength to the other survivors. A retinue is treated as a single large survivor and moves as a cohesive unit on the board, maintaining its configuration. Okay, so the rest of our survivors are coming out, I guess. The retinue does not count as a threat and cannot directly be picked or selected as a target. Only monster collision actions that apply to all survivors can affect a retinue. A retinue has no attributes and cannot be knocked down, suffer knockback, or gain status cards for the purpose. Okay. Whenever a retinue suffers damage or a collision with a monster, roll a d10. On a result of 4+, the retinue is destroyed. A retinue is also destroyed when a monster ends its movement. Okay, when a retinue is destroyed, or space dies when the survivor controlling the retinue dies. Or when the survivor controlling the retinue dies. Wow, he destroys all of them. Would a retinue... I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Blah, blah, blah. is destroyed, remove it from the showdown board. The settlement suffers -4 population. This loss cannot kill the other survivors currently in the showdown. Using it, a survivor with the retinue status card can perform the following actions. Summon it. Once per act, a survivor without a retinue may place a retinue on an unoccupied space along any board. Okay, this may be good. -4 population. We've got enough people to just be throwing retinues at them. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
I think it's pronounced retinue.
Okay. March. At the start of their act, a survivor with a retinue gains an additional move that may be spent to move their retinue up to 5 additional spaces. Double march. Once per round, any time a survivor can dash, they may spend 1 survival to dash the retinue up to 5 spaces. Coordinated attack. When a survivor attacks, add +6 strength to the wound attempt total for each retinue adjacent to them. Okay. So there's where we get here's our battle UI. There's where we get our chance to wound as we get our retinue up next to us and we try to fight with them. You may summon a retinue, march, double march, and coordinated attack. When a survivor attacks, add +6 to the wound attempt. So we go charging out and then we summon retinues. Yes. He's not that hard to hit. We're going to have... So this is the big one. All right, Jim. So we're on the final boss. So if I'm going to say we're going up against the final boss, we need a few things. One,
We need nightmare training.
Nightmare training. This is my thoughts on that.
Yep.
But the other thing is, so we want the... Yeah, we may do that. The other thing is we're sending out our beefiest people, we're going to arm them to the teeth because this is the showdown. We have no idea what we're up against here. It says use D10s to indicate the life. What is this guy all about? Wow, speed 4. He targets the furthest survivor. Speed 4, accuracy 2, 5 damage. After damage, knockback 10. Audience. Terrified survivors spectate the battle. Emboldened. If there are less than 4 non-retinue survivors in the showdown board, the survivor from the settlement may depart and enter the showdown. Place them. Wow. So we just keep throwing our survivors at them. So even if we die, we bring in the next survivor. So this is a long fight, dude. Basically, they are in a retinue or they come out and charge.
Because we got an army.
And we do, so you may pay off. Horripilation. The final lantern's frantic light causes bilious anxiety while its energy bristles your lantern on the hairs of your body bristle. What? Once per round, if you have the death die, you may use the settlement's pulse discovery. See lantern research story event. Lantern research.
Is a pulse discovery.
I'm a little bit confused by this. Final lantern carries the bristling remains of knowledge consumed by the watcher. Its energy jumps between lanterns, occasionally imbues the survivor with flashes of power. Okay, well, there's like some wound attempt stuff here, so I'm not sure. We've never.
2 hide and 2 organ per.
Huh?
Once per lantern year, spend 2 bone, 2 hide, and 2 organ to research.
What is the lantern research thing, though? We don't have that, do we?
Does not sound familiar.
No. This is where he was checking us out.
Yeah.
I don't see anything about... If you have the death die, you may use one of the settlement's pulse discoveries. I don't think we ever had that. I don't know where we would get that either. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Indomitable. Whenever he's attacked, whenever the monster attacks or is attacked, it stands at the end of that attack. So you're gonna get knocked down at attack. And Vapor of Nothingness. Whenever the Watcher collides with the Survivor, the blood flow to the brain stutters for a moment. They suffer a brain damage and 1 damage to their head that ignores armor points. Jeez. So we don't want to collide with him, and he moves towards the furthest survivor. Oh boy. All right. Well, we're taking nightmare training, right?
Definitely.
Because the other ones don't mean in squat at this point. So we're up against it. Otherworldly luck, pretty meaningless. We need to make sure. I'm thinking we... Man. We've got 4 endeavors. I'm thinking this. I'm thinking we need to throw against the shrine. Hopefully to get the +1 to all hit locations.
Yep.
So there's
I'm on board with that.
I'm thinking we consider maybe love juice, but do we have any matchmakers? I think we do. 1, 2, 3 matchmakers.
Yeah. I was gonna say we brought out a trifecta.
There could be 3 thrown at that, and we have 1 left over, which we could use for another love juice from pottery, or we could do nightmare training. We throw one of our big cats in there. Let me see, because we're throwing our big dogs out first to see what happens. My biggest dog is going to be Gentle Stabs, I think.
We're not going on a hunt, right? We're just going out to fight, correct?
Yeah, there's no hunt.
So then why would you want to spend 3 survival on nightmare training unless you know you can get it back? So that's the first thing you should look at.
Because if I get 1 more web proficiency on Gentle Stabs, then she's a master. And mastery gives me, after the wounded hit, but she's only got 3 survival. That's part of the problem. After a wounded hit location is discarded, a dagger master who is adjacent to the survivor and wounded may spend 1 survival to redraw the wounded hit location and attempt to wound with a dagger. Treat the monster reactions on the redrawn hit location card normally. All survivors gain dagger specialization. She's that close, but I discard a wounded location, and if I'm adjacent to the attacker and the wounded monster, I may spend 1 survival and redraw the wounded hit location and attempt to wound with a dagger again. So if there's something really great that comes up, I can pull it back out with a survival. Well, anyway. Let's see if there's anybody else within striking distance of mastery. Gentle Stabs is the only one, I think. Let me take a look at the other page there. Yeah. Gentle Stabs is the only one. The problem is, I need to get those perfect hits, otherwise Mighty Strike is not going to work. Alright. The other thing is, I do have Immortal on this cat too, Naloshun, so that's kind of cool. And I can't attack from the blind spot, or if it's knocked down, but it doesn't stay knocked down, so that's fine. Alright, well, we're talking about... We have the Barber, so let's just take a look at the Barber here, since we got a bunch of stuff. We have the second heart, right? You pulled that. We could get the speed powder. Suffer 2 brain damage, gain a speed token used once per showdown. On arrival, which is immediate. See, that's the other thing, is that this cat, whenever somebody gets knocked out, where is it? It's kind of weird, but yeah. Emboldened. If there are less than 4 non-retinue survivors in the showdown board, or survivor from the summit may depart and enter the showdown. So they depart and basically arrive at the same time. So as long as we have first aid kit, you get +3 survival each time they arrive. So that's pretty nice. All survivors. You see what I mean? So we get somebody come in and they automatically get 3 more survival right on top of it. First aid kit is going to be the way to go. And we'd have to innovate. We'd have to use 1 Endeavor token to get leather, though. What are you thinking?
Just wondering what the probability of getting disorders is going to be, because we could also get the almanac. But I think the almanac only works on 1 person.
Yeah, only on 1.
So unless we got
the first aid kit is everybody, and it gives us the ability to remove bleed and negative attributes.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to go.
So if we're gonna do that, we need to definitely spend 1. Okay, we're definitely gonna get it. So we spend 1 so that we can get leather. So we transfer hide, and then what do we need? Hide and 2 bones. 2 bones. Shanky, 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 shanky. And then that gives us this. Okay. Okay. The other thing is the musk bomb, which is throw a bunch of stuff at like 7 resources, but we could spend... Yeah, if an adjacent to the monster, when it draws an AI card, you may spend 2 survival and archive the musk bomb. Roll a D3, discard the AI without playing it. On a 3+, D10 on a 3+. Spending survival.
Excuse me.
Other options. We do have a lot of stuff left over. The second heart is geared towards speed powder. I think we need to start putting our guys together for this big fight.
Oh, I agree. There's really nothing else to do.
So if I'm sending out daggers, I've already got the choice. Gentle Stabs is going out. Gentle Stabs is going out with dagger specialization. Unfortunately, the daggers are weak. But I've got pretty good evasion. All right, the next one going out for the Qatars. Who's my best Qatar person? Emotion with the destroyed back. She's not going anywhere, but she may line up in the retinue, though. Some other people have flower addiction, can't depart, but we can kill them off if we do the retinue, though.
Yep.
I think, I hate to say this, but Na Lo Shun with 2 strength may be my best bet with the Qatars. Here's an F with an axe, but again, whenever they die, they may depart. If they depart, we need to see what actually the rules for departing is right now. Can we rework their grid?
What do you mean rework their grid?
Because with, say for example, Gentle Stabs dies, I don't want a someone with an axe coming out that's using daggers.
Ah, okay, I see.
Let's look up the glossary and see what depart says.
Next page.
Depart. The rules apply to departing survivors at the end of the settlement phase. These rules apply, as in when you depart. Well, that doesn't help a lot, does it? Here's where it prepares departing survivors. It says during this phase, prepare. At this point, precisely okay. If they decide choose departing, the survivors play the next session. Okay. If they could decide to continue, players must choose 4 departing survivors. Okay, blah blah. Remove their gear grid. Record their armor points, attributes imparted. Be sure to apply any bonuses there. I'm a little bit confused. Like, if they just, because we don't prepare the departing survivors, we just end the settlement phase and then.
Well, let's take a look at this logically. He's coming to our settlement.
Yeah.
So I would assume that after the first 4, just logically speaking, we don't get to prepare to depart because he's there, and then we only benefits that the new people would get is on arrival. That without finding a clarification on the rules, that's how I would understand it.
Yeah, I would think that like they just depart means that we slot somebody out, but do we heal and rest then? Like, do we just like
New person that comes in?
Yeah, they just get like all the damaged armor then, or they actually like, you see what I mean?
Yeah, I would say that they you're not stripping somebody of, I mean, I don't know, I would heal and rest them. If nothing else, it's a decent compromise. You don't get the departure benefits, but you can heal and rest.
When we depart, like we see, here's where it says heal and rest and remove tokens. It makes sense that if they're dead, you archive them and then you drop somebody else in there, but then we don't go through the heal returning survivors, but we just go to departure. So they just drop them in and then they depart, which means that they get their departing bonuses. That's a tough one. That's something to like look up and then deal with next time, I think. For now, we need to slot in somebody that we want to go, because I think we have to just put the best of the best in.
Here is a interesting little thing I found. My fist and tooth person, I don't love the hematoba because they'll be knocked on their head all the time, but Analyze here says, at the start of the survivor's turn, if you are adjacent to the monster, reveal the top AI card and then place it back on the top of the deck. So that is another way to get a look at something if we want to, like, musk bomb it or whatever that is. And then using the rawhide set, I'm going to be burning 2 survival to get rid of the thing, but then I can still get survival back for other things because of the rawhide set. That's an idea.
The other thing was if we retcon and go back and check, what was it? Thought one of them. No, that was maybe Must Bomb. Must Bomb's what you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Then to survival archive Must Bomb, and then you discard it without playing it. It doesn't mean it's wounded, it just goes into discard, so we just skipped it.
So we can get it back, you mean?
No, the Must Bomb's gone forever, but we just discard the AI card, so he's got to go through his AI deck again to get it.
Right. All right, I don't love that then.
The only thing is it's kind of like we might do that if you do it automatically, and then you can check it if you do, and then you can rawhide headband if you need to get rid of it.
Right.
Because you move it down 1. But it's the start of our turn, so we can decide whether we want to wound or, if we have to, like, yeah. Or the other thing is, like, we want to bring founding stones, right? So this is going out, this is going out.
Oh, yeah. Then, yeah. Everybody gets founding stone.
It's a little bit hard for the tank to have a founding stone.
Oh, I'll take 2 founding stones.
You can't have 2, I don't think.
Unique, probably.
No, just unless, yeah, you can't have 2 of the same thing unless it's a paired weapon or something.
I got blood paint.
You want to pair founding stones? No, I wouldn't do that. But you might want to consider reveal the next AI card placed on top of it. You might want to consider what can we wound with. What's the best chance to wound? What's our heaviest hitting weapon?
Well, that'd be the axe.
Counterweighted axe. But you can't dual wield that.
Yeah.
So here's a question. Since I can't switch out those daggers, but once somebody else comes in with the daggers. See, the thing about the daggers is for gentle stabs, like, the daggers is the key, because, like, she throws a bunch of dice, she throws lanterns, she buffs her strength, and then she wounds. But if she doesn't throw, I mean, if somebody else takes her spot with bone daggers, they're never gonna wound. so they're kind of tanky, but they, you know, never get a wound. So the other thing is like, take off one of her bone daggers and put an axe in there.
Or take off one of her bone daggers and put a bow in there.
But I don't think the bow is going to be worth it either, because the bow is only a 3. We have people who are... We also have that steel shield, by the way.
Deadly 2 doesn't suck.
What bow? I'm talking about the cat gut.
I'm talking about mastery.
Oh, you mean with that's yours. I'm not mastered, I'm specialized. I just re-roll misses.
It says mastery over here, that's why I thought it was.
Read it.
Yeah.
All survivors gain specialization, not mastery.
Yeah.
So, oh, I probably should try to bring the monster tooth on 1, 2. Yeah, monster tooth necklace here because it gives me more of a chance to. We need a wound, right? I mean, we're in it to wound, so we're having a hard time wounding. So I bring this monster tooth. Then that gives me an extra 2 strength tokens on this cat. I don't think I have this evasion token. This one has 2 evasion. Oof. I have to be pouncing with this guy because the pounce gives me +1 strength, +1 accuracy, and I need all the strength I can get against this guy. Well, we definitely want the first aid kit, so that has to come. One of us has to carry it. There's also the whisker heart, which may be dual purpose, so we may need to bring that too. It also gives all survivors stuff. If we can consider the green charm, it might be worth it because it makes it harder to kill one of our survivors, and that may be, you know, this is all about whether or not our survivors can live. And we're about to take tons of damage, you know? The other option is acanthus, but if you eat it, it's gone, so it's not even on your character anymore. So I don't know that it's worth it. I don't know if we're gonna have, let's see, the steel shield. Man, should I just toss the daggers and go for the axe? Because I could toss 2 daggers, bring an axe and a bow. And I could even switch out the leather shield to the steel shield. The leather shield adds 1 to all locations. The steel shield doesn't do that. But
are you trying to go melee?
I can ignore a hit.
What are you trying to do? Melee?
Well, it's the tank. This is the tank.
Right, but the steel shield is going to give you a -3 movement. So if you're trying to go melees, that the dude goes to the farthest person, that's probably never going to be the tank.
Okay, fair enough. So
unless, you know, the steel shield you're going to want to put like on an archer. That's why you're taking the bow, then, you know, you got my attention.
The other thing is I could do the counterweighted axe probably needs to be because
Well, okay, sorry. Let's walk that back for a second. So, You got the steel shield, you got a -3 movement rate. The guy is going to run away from you, and he's going to go hit the person who's furthest away from you. And you're moving so freaking slow, if everybody moves in on him, then the next turn he's got no choice but to dash towards the steel shield person. So it's going to be like an every other round kind of a deal.
The other thing is, like, at the start of each monster's turn, all survivors that are within 2 squares, or you can see this kind of nexus, lantern, vortex. Everybody suffers bash, and then he performs a basic attack at the end of each turn. And the basic attack basically targets the furthest survivor, and then runs at him and just, like, unleashes on him. Like, really bad stuff.
Right.
So you're going to be throwing dodges at some of that. But, you know, 4 speed, 2 accuracy, we're going to see lots of incoming hits. Every round we're going to get hit pretty hard. And bash is going to knock us down. So having the drums to Chumbawamba us up is going to be nice. Because we could all get bashed. Knocked down, then he's going to charge somebody.
I think you were onto something with that shield. I'm walking my opinion back on that. Because if we collect 3 people on one side of the board and keep the steel shield on the other side of the board, then it's an every other turn thing. And then on the turn that he's, not coming after steel shield, you got the bow. Maybe Bella should do it.
Ooh, Bella, that might be an idea. Because you spend a survival, it's fine, and you can roll to get it back.
Right.
And you can shoot from range. So let's bring it over here and look at it.
That's an interesting idea.
Because it probably should go on the rawhide set, because you can also dash. You know.
Plus, I got tough, so I got some survivability.
Whatever. This is the other thing. We get knocked down on his turn. At the start of his turn, he knocks us all down, and then he performs a basic action. Okay? And then he's going to run up on somebody. He's going to knock them way across the map. That's the knockback. Okay? This is his thing. So he's going to bash somebody across the map, and then he's probably going to draw a card and run after him. So we're all going to be, 3 of us are going to be together, and one's going to be on their side of the map. So if it's the bow, at least you can come back. The other thing is you can, you can use the drum, get us up, and we all get a speed token on our turn. Which means that's pretty nice, because we want to throw more dice against this guy, I think.
So, all right, the first round, if I'm understanding this, is going to be critical. Because what's going to happen is...
He does heal, by the way, if he does instinct absorb.
Does he go first, or do we go first?
We do.
All right, so then we need to get the 3 of us that are going to cluster up next to a wall, so that when he bashes us, we just go right back into the wall, and we just sit in that corner. Because once we hit the edge of the map, we just stop, right?
Yeah. If you're
so
up against the edge, if you're up against the edge of the map, you'll get knocked along it, though. Knocked sideways. Let's slow down here for a second and let's back up. So are we gonna... Let's go back to the settlement. We think we have all the resources we really want, right? We don't really need to buy anything else. The only other thing... So in that case, we can throw away stuff if we want. But we have 3 endeavors, so we're thinking we need survivors, right?
Yeah, we're going to throw waves of people at them.
Yeah, so the only other thing then is we can leather make, we can do 2 leather and just get an almanac. which I don't think we really, on one person, when you depart, they gain 2 insanity every time, but, we don't know how great that is. Can make the Elder Earrings. Scrap and pelt, we can make the Scavenger Kit, which not a big deal. Is there anything we want out of this, vast amount of stuff that we have?
I can't think of anything. I don't think that I should bring any of these particular arrows.
The Finger of God is pretty nice, that spear.
Yeah, that is pretty nice.
As long as you have 5 survival, gain 1 accuracy, and 1 strength. Reach 2, but you need to have all colors. And you do have all colors on your bowman there. But the bow is better for wounding, though. I could have... I might be able to do all colors on the tank if I move stuff around a little bit. I might have to juggle. Well, let's see. Bring the counterweighted axe over here. And bring this Finger of God over here. See, this is the other thing. Let's just ignore my specializations, and instead of the counterweighted axe, I just bring the Finger of God. And I toss out the daggers. Now we're back to like trying to do this stuff again, right?
I screwed up and I put the lucky charm on the wrong spot, and now I can't pick it up.
Where's it at?
Right there. Thank you.
Yeah, I could actually bring the Finger of God instead. One. Yeah, I've got all the colors, and I would gain, as long as I have 5 survival, and I would, but I'd burn through it, of course, but I would get +1 accuracy, +1 strength, so that's a little bit better. It's a little something. The counterweighted axe, I could switch out. Oops. I could do like this and bring the Finger of God and the counterweighted axe, but they both have reach 2, so it's kind of useless. But the counterweighted axe, it throws 2 dice, but on a perfect hit, I don't draw a hit location. He just suffers a wound, so I don't even have to deal with that. So
that's why the counterweighted axe is nice.
Yeah. And that's the other thing about the counterweighted axe is, it's on a 1 in 10 chance, we're gonna I'm throwing 2 dice at him, and if you do the Chumbawamba, I can throw 3 dice at him. There's the off chance I might get a couple free wounds off him without having to deal with the terrible wounding ratio here. We might get a couple wounds. We need to hit him 15 times to kill him. I could toss the Finger of God, and then I could bring a Founding Stone. That means that 2 of my guys have Founding Stones.
My boy's got Founding Stones too.
See, we would need... So then we would think about Cat Eye Circlet, because we need to make sure we know what's coming up. If everybody's bringing a Founding Stone, Cat Eye Circlet becomes pretty critical.
Oh, I got a cat eye. Do you have a cat eye?
No.
Beautiful. But I'm taking the cat eye. And I got 1 spot left for the first aid kit.
We got 4 Founding Stones with 4 critical hits. Once we throw that, though, we've got an empty gear slot. That's another thing to think about.
That's why I got rid of the arrow and I put the lucky charm there. Suffering 1 lost item is bad enough. I'm not going to suffer 2. But this person...
You gain deadly
takes
2
the,
to your bow, and you ignore cumbersome. The catgut bow. Here's the catgut bow. The other thing is, like, we're looking a wound, right? I mean, we this hollow point arrow is guaranteed, almost guaranteed a wound if it hits.
Isn't that the same as the founding stone?
Well, the founding stone guarantees a crit. So we crit on him. You got to make sure that we can crit on the card. The hollow point has 11 damage to wound, so that's pretty good hit if you do it right. Plus, it, you know, but you got to hit with it. But it's fairly easy to hit with it. Here, let me dump something off your gear grid here for a second. It's a 4 to hit. Once you land it, it's an 8 to wound.
Yeah, I'm not in love with that. I'm ignoring my wound chances. I'm going straight for crits.
Well, we've got our retinue there that's going to help us wound. So if you've got the strength, and I think you do, with that Vespertine bow, yeah, don't put your founding stone there. Put something else big here that'll wound. That's
So
worth it.
Where are we going to put the first aid kit then?
First aid kit's got to go on somebody. So
That's where it was going.
then maybe you should get rid of blood paint.
That's fine too. I don't mind chewing on people I'll fight.
You don't necessarily have to. You could take something else. Like you could take the bone club. You could take the let's see.
What are you talking about? I got a 5 to hit and an 8 to crit. I'm gonna bite somebody.
Yeah, and actually that's not ugly. That's not terrible.
And I throw 3 dice. I'm not. Of all the people I got, as long as this guy doesn't spend his entire life on his head because of blood, he's gonna get his shots in. My only issue is whether we should make sure that there's something on the board for me to activate my phantom friend or not.
I don't know how to get something on the board other than to like have. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think my guys are set. I think that I'm gonna come with the counterweighted axe simply because that gives me a chance to do that perfect hit. I still.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea.
Counterweight axe wounds on a 14. But if we, remember we get the baddies in there, the retinues. They give me a +6 strength, so that gives me an 8 to wound. And if I get 2 of them nearby, they get a +12. So see, we need to we need to organize our retinues here. Like a retinue takes up 9 squares. Yeah.
How do we feel about the Blue Lantern? An activation, suffer 2d10 brain damage and reveal hit locations until you reveal the trap. Put them back in the same order, limit once per showdown. I don't know if revealing the trap one time is worth it or not.
How many cards does he have? He has 25 cards. I think we need something we can either reuse or that's going to be critical to win. Now, we've got 4 founding stones. That's 4 wounds if we do it right.
Flower Knight badge ain't bad.
Yeah, on arrival, you see, this is the thing on arrival. They depart and arrive at the same time. They gain a tactics card. So we're going to have all the tactics cards. because the same person gets it each time. Well, it is unique, so I guess if it dies, if you die, you lose the thing. I'm not sure.
You should look it up.
No. I don't think so. Unique glossary. It means I don't think you can have more of the same.
Yeah,
you only have
You
one.
only have one.
Yeah. Unique. Settlement will only have one copy, so it stays there. So like every time somebody leaves and departs, they gain an evasion token, and we're gonna run all the cards out. Let's take a look at the tactics cards. So we stand around him. You may spend a survival and make an attack that ignores all the reactions.
Yeah, those are never going to come into play because he's going to be knocking us around the board. I'd be shocked if we ever get to use it.
Diversion, once per attack, before hit location dice are rolled, any standing survivor who is adjacent to the monster and not being attacked may spend 1 survival to cancel a hit. Now that's not bad.
That is not bad. I got Rawhide, I might be able to use it.
Well, Rawhide only works if you spend on survival actions. That's not a survival action.
Oh, I mean, because I'm spending it on the survival actions, I'll have it available for when that comes up.
All right. Well, let's finish our stuff here. We're not going to use Acanthus, so we're just going to burn through the Acanthus. We don't need to burn through anything. We could just spend these 3 for our 3 matchmakers.
Yep.
That's what we're doing because we need people. All right. We're going to nominate the same person 3 times, I think. Same 2 people 3 times. Let me hide the battle UI here. Let's get this over with.
That's romantic. Let's get this over.
Yeah, let's just have babies because we're about to throw them against the enemy here.
Yeah.
The one good thing is that they gain 10 survival each if you roll 7 or 8. The other thing is if we have otherworldly luck, they get a +1. And that would be nice. Plus, we might get a savior, which would be good too. So let's think. Who's got otherworldly luck? The other thing is if you have more bow people, like, well, you're gonna have specialization anyway. But yeah.
Gentle Stabs is Otherworldly Luck. Question mark Breakers Otherworldly Luck. Bella's Otherworldly Luck. Question mark F is Otherworldly.
Well, Gentle Stabs and Breaker here may be good. These 2, but I'm scared of losing Gentle Stabs to like bad rolls. She's one of our heroes. Let's go look over here. No otherworldly luck here. I definitely don't want to lose Bella. So Bella's off the table.
Fair enough.
I don't want to lose Gentle Stabs, but at the same time, Gentle Stabs is leaning heavily towards daggers, but we're not using daggers. So let's go ahead and roll these 2.
Breaker and question mark F.
Oh, okay, yeah. This one and this one. I was thinking here because of the...
No, that's diamond. We need a diamond and a triangle.
Yeah, so these 2. Yeah. Male and female. All right. Question mark Breaker, question marks... Or in Gentle Stabs.
This dude. Sterling.
The axe.
Yeah, but it doesn't... I don't think it goes to the kids, does it?
Actually, it would be... they'd get the specialization, but that's it. That would be maybe sort of worth it. Actually, it might be better to go these 2 and leave Gentle Stabs out of it.
Yeah.
The other thing, though, is Gentle Stabs... Yeah, this one needs survival. Let's do that. Let's do those 2. Question mark F, question mark Breaker. I'll roll F, you roll Breaker. Here's F. +1. Ready? This is the first one. I rolled a 3, so I'm trying to kill us. So 4. We gained a population. New survivor. So we'll say, well, let's go back here. We'll give him axe because we don't need bow anymore. I'm gonna make him a boy.
I'm by me.
And we gain +1 understanding, +1 evasion, +1 strength, +1 accuracy. Yeah. Okay. We can name them too when they come rolling out and die.
We will name them.
Number 2, here we go. We need big numbers now this time. Stop messing around. There we go. I rolled a lantern.
I got a 7.
Settlement celebrates twice fortune event, a pair of healthy newborns. Okay, but 10, we roll over here. Birth of the Savior, if we have a hovel.
We got a hovel. Pretty sure we got a hovel. Are we? Yeah, there's the hovel right there.
Yeah. The other thing is we were going to do the shrine, but maybe we don't do that. We just have more kids. Because, well, it depends. Because, here, let me see the shrine, though. Departing survivors add +1 to all hit locations. So new departing people come in. So we either choose to have another kid. Now we got a savior. We choose to have another kid, or try to have another kid, or we roll on the table there to try to get +1 armor for everybody who's coming in each time.
The +1 armor for everybody coming in is better.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so now we have a special child, so birth of a savior. Hey, we could do this at the very end. This guy's just gonna blow through everything, I think. All right. Newborn vanishes in loving arms, returns, choose one. So luck, strength, or here, and I'm going with I'm thinking Dream of the Beast, because we want to do like when you trigger H2. Oh, we don't have the Beast of Kartosis secret fighting art. Which, let me see, Kartosis secret fighting art. I think they have to have at least 1 hunt XP. If you do perform Beast, yeah, you may concentrate if you do perform Beast of Kartos at the start of your next act. So 1 round you do it, and then, well, place your survivor adjacent. Oh, this is an attack. Your attack speed is equal to your red infinities, and then you hit automatically gain. Okay, I could still do this. Kartosis. Before making an attack roll, you may declare Kartosis X in a loud voice. If you do that, the attack gains X automatic hits. X cannot be more than the total red affinities when the attack ends gain plus X hunt XP. This person just runs in and just like says, I'm hitting you automatically, boom. And then I gain that many, or well, whoever.
Everybody's got 1
auto hits
except for Shun, who's got 2, or the white lion set.
So you get an automatic hit when you do it. Before making an attack roll, you declare Kartos X. You get our automatic hits. So you get 1 automatic hit with that. When the attack ends, yeah. Or when you suffer damage, you yell Dormentus X. If you do, you gain X to each hit location. X cannot be more than your total green affinities. Or Lucerne X, which is gain luck, equal to that. So it's either luck, armor, or strength. Or automatic hits, sorry.
Pick it, because you're going to run them. So whatever you like the best.
Automatic hits. The best thing for automatic hits. Who's got the best chance? Well, Nalo Shun would be the best chance there. But this is an axe wielder. There's bow specialization though, but yeah, you'd re-roll the bow stuff, so it would be Nalo Shun's spot is where that would be coming in, because it'd be red, and it got 1, 2 red. So that means I could do 2 automatic hits with my Katars. And then I get 8 luck on the Katars. and then I've got a good chance to wound. So we're going with Karatosis here, +1 permanent strength. Okay, so let's add a survivor. This is the save. Maybe this person's actually going to save us. The savior. X. F. Karatosis. X. We get +1 strength, +1 understanding. Did I give understanding last time? Yes, okay. +1 evasion, +1 accuracy. And this one gives another +1 strength, so that's nice starting out. And 1 permanent red affinity. So this one gets 3 red affinities if they go in that slot. This person could actually start out and come out swinging, and like I said, Karatosis X, I get 3 auto hits. And it's got the best chance to wound if we have help. Because look, as soon as you put 2 retinues next to this person, when a survivor attacks, add strength for each total retinue adjacent to them. If I got 2 retinues adjacent to this survivor, kind of weird to try to organize that, but if I can do it, then I get +12, and that means I get an automatic wound unless I roll a lantern or a skull. With that,
You're not adjacent diagonally, are you?
huh?
You're not adjacent diagonally, are you?
No, it'd have to be like this. One would be like here, and one would be like back here, like that. I make them a little bigger, but see, adjacent.
How many different retinues can we have on the board?
We can have, I think 1 each.
1 per person?
I think so.
So that would be 16 people. So we wouldn't be throwing survivor after survivor after survivor at him if we have that many retinues.
No, the retinue is when you summon them, survivor without a retinue, let's see. 9 unused survivor minis. The retinue cannot, okay, yeah. Well, this says 9 unused survivor minis. The retinue cannot attack. A retinue is treated as a single large survivor, moves as a cohesive unit. When a retinue suffers damage, on a roll of 4, it's destroyed. If the retinue is destroyed, move it from the showdown. The settlement loses 4 population. This loss cannot kill the other survivors currently in the showdown. So we can summon it.
Right.
Once per active survivor without a retinue may place a retinue in an unoccupied space along the edge of the board. Seems like as long as we have survivors, we can put a retinue out. It does say
Right,
that
I'm just saying.
it does say it is made of 9 unused survivor minis.
Yeah, but it also says that when it goes down, 4 of them die. I think they're saying 9 minis to tell you that the retinue takes up 9 spaces on the board.
Yeah, but it says occupies 9 spaces and is made up of 9 minis.
Yeah.
I think what happens is you just summon it and it's out there, and then when it dies, you lose 4 population.
Right.
This loss cannot kill the other survivors currently in the showdown. But what happens when you don't have enough to summon? Once per act, if you don't have a retinue, you may place a retinue in an unoccupied space. There's a retinue survivor status card, so... Can we just keep summoning retinues even though people are all completely dead and we just keep losing 4 population, but we can't lose our own people, so we just keep summoning them and fighting with them, even though we
I
have
don't
nobody
think
left?
That's how that works.
We'll have to look that up before we go further,
Yeah.
but that's something to consider. All right. So there she is. That's good for her. I'm going to go ahead and then we're going to roll on the shrine. So otherworldly luck, I'm going to roll on it if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all. I want you to take the blame.
Yeah. I got to roll a 3 or higher. Well, we all gain 1 sanity.
1 insanity, you said?
Well, not right now. When we depart. There. Okay. Now we are. That's it for that. Now we're preparing departing survivors, which we're kind of already doing. I don't really see us like doing any other kinds of innovation or anything. There's not a lot we can do with what we've got left. I mean, we're just kind of panicked at this point.
Yeah, that was a gut punch.
The steel sword is decent. It throws 1 die though. And I don't really feel like throwing a single die against the enemy when I've got the counterweighted axe, which basically is the same thing. And the Katars are actually pretty good too. So then the question is, do I want, since this person's coming out with insanity and can't do anything, do I want to just put Naloshan down and bring out the savior and try to go in swinging hard while we still have people?
That's a tactical question. I'm leaving that up to you.
Oof. Naloshan's a good replacement coming in, so I'll go ahead and back to settlement with Naloshan. And I will spawn F here. And probably going to have to pull a name on this person too. The other thing is like the other thing about F is as she as she fights oops. As she fights, she gains hunt XP. The only problem is if she retires, she vanishes.
She doesn't take all the gear with her, does she?
No, she just disappears and everything falls on the ground, I guess. So she could just go until she's burned out. She'll throw 3 auto hits with her Katars, which is very nice because, you know, trying to land hits is pain in anyway, but, you know, 3 auto hits. And then gaining hunt XP and then drawing fighting arts. I'll be getting fighting arts as we go. The next thing is, okay, so here's the big thing. Finger of God is pretty good. If we're thinking anybody wants to hold it, the Whisker Harp is epic because all survivors gain +1 survival on arrival, and it strums away moods, and we don't know what we're up against. So that's another big thing. So the question then comes down to this: is the Flower Knight badge worth survival on arriving survivors? Or do you want to say like this? Hold on, I'm just gonna go crazy here for a second. Oh, it's two-handed, never mind. Also, remember, this character will eventually die, and we're gonna bring in other Fist and Tooths.
Yep.
So do you want to have a backup weapon on there in some way too? That's another thing to consider. So here's Whisker Harp. I wish I could put it in. I don't think I have a slot for it. Unless I could if I drop a Founding Stone. I think everything else is pretty... I pretty much need to keep where it is. Bone Dagger's going away. Vespertine arrow. It's a good crit chance there. Kind of sucks if you miss, though. You're trying to work out something here.
Finger of God.
Yeah, so you need a green on what? The bottom? That's easy.
I can do a green, yeah, bottom or top, actually.
That's an easy choice.
Because I might run out of fist and toothers.
Yeah. That's an easy call right there. But the problem then we have is no cat eye circlet, which we need if we're going to founding stone. And the flower knight badge is nice, but we're going to put it over here for now. The whisker harp. These two, I would say of the two, the cat eye circlet is more critical. Like I said, I can drop a founding stone if you want.
Maybe I should just go with a naked support person. Just accept that people are gonna people are gonna.
But see, the thing is like then you can't surge and stuff as well either. And you could just be like burning through your surge. You're like the surge machine right now. All right, let's stop and think about this for a second. You need Finger of God because we're gonna be bringing people in here that might not fist and tooth.
Right.
Okay.
But if this person is not fist and toothing, they could just be the everything support person.
Again, this may depend on the armor too. Like if the armor just gets stripped and then we don't get the armor back, then we may consider that, you know. But if we keep getting the armor back, then we definitely want to keep the armor around. But okay, let's stop for a second and just assuming we get the armor back every time because we heal and rest and put the next person in. Let's just assume that's the case. Let's look at each person's things and decide whether we need. So founding stones are 4 free crits, which is 4 free wounds and possibly 4 good effects. Okay, so that's tough for us to let go of. On my guys, basically my tank can't sacrifice anything because I'm going to get bashed and I ignore bash, so that's awesome. The next one, I can't take away in the armor because it's a complete set, and I need the strength and I gain speed, so that's pretty nice. Then it's coming down to, do I want to lose 2 strength tokens, which again, this is one of our wounders. I would say we don't want to lose strength. Then it's the founding stone again. On your guy, we'll skip this one here. On Bella, we can't get rid of the drum hide. We're going to be knocked down all the time. We're going to be bashed. Plus, you encourage, you give everybody else speed and insanity. Can't get rid of the bow, founding stone again, and luck is the only other thing that possibly, that lucky charm is so old. 1 luck versus Cat Eye. I would say Cat Eye's the clear winner because you can surge and use it. And then we have also the whisker harp. So the whisker over here, you have first aid kit. We need somebody with bandages. That's you. We have no idea what we're up against. The shield, you need the links here. You need these links. You need this. You need this. You need this. So then again, it's down to the founding stone. So I would say the only thing would be to get rid of, we need the cat eye circlet. So either the choice here comes down to lose the luck or lose a founding stone. Founding stone, we don't need luck. We guaranteed a crit. So luck is, there. It's up to you.
Here's a counter argument. Basic action. 4 speed, 2+ accuracy, 5 damage. If I get hit,
It's just going to the bad table. End of sentence.
This person, no, it's not. You'll get hit one time. It'll go through all your stuff. You'll be knocked down and you're fine on that location. This one goes to the bad table.
Right. I'm saying if it goes to the bad table, then why don't I just
Here's another
embrace it?
question. Do you want a shield on Bella Breaker so that it doesn't go to the bad table? We can make another leather shield.
She use a shield and a bow at the same time?
Yeah, because you kind of put it on your back, I
Okay.
assume.
All that just puts us back in the what are we going to dump for the cat-eye circlet problem again?
It's either it come down to this. Bella Breaker. She's going to go to the bad table if she gets hit. Or we make her a shield. Anybody who's in this slot is going to go to the bad table if they get hit each and every time they get hit.
Right, so what I'm saying is let's lean into it and let the person who's currently fist and toothing be that person and gear them up with that green charm. And then you can just put all of that specialized gear like the cat-eye circlet and the whisker harp and all that stuff on this one person and just come to peace with the fact that there's one person who's going to get their face rocked and we just replace them constantly.
Well, the green charm is, yeah, okay.
Put the green charm on them and just
Okay.
This is a horror game. Embrace the horror.
All right, let's embrace the darkness. All right, so these all come off then.
Yeah, this is all gone, and this person is the support person with all the weird, janky stuff, and then we can put the shield on her so she's not going to get to the bad table unless there's a second hit. Forget the finger of God. Forget all that.
Well, I wouldn't say forget the finger of God. You're going to have...
We got to make 5 green connections. Forget the finger of God.
Jeez. That means one person doesn't have a good way to wound.
Yeah, this person's going to be the one that does all the... Well, I mean, I'm still putting fist and toothers in here until they're all gone, but...
Okay, fair enough. So you need green.
And if I have to, I'll you know, what is it? The maybe we bring a sickle. I don't know. At any rate, you go here. You go off to the side for a minute.
But you need a bunch of green now, right?
Yep.
So now we're bringing stuff that's completely useless and not as useful. Although here's the mace. See now, like that's the other thing. Well, here's a monster grease. You get 3 of those.
A satchel.
See, the satchel would give you 1 perishable. See, this is like the thing though. This is the thing that bothers me about this setup. Like, it's just basically you're trying to make it into somebody who just takes a bunch of hits and, you know, doesn't die as easily, right?
So that I can do all of my...
And I'm thinking that we're going to lose. And we need to do damage, right? We need people... Somebody's going to die. Somebody comes in. We need to do damage. Somebody's going to die. Somebody comes in. We need to do damage. And here, this one is just going to take hits and not die, but the other ones now are leaning, or, you know, going to have to do the damage. So, but you're putting in a bunch of stuff we don't need, just to make the green charm work.
All right, then forget all that stuff, and he's just going to get lit up.
And if you just say he's going to get lit up, then we could actually bring stuff useful. Like we can try to make the finger of God so that he can actually do a little bit of damage. If we figure out a way to you know, here you definitely want to bring this because then you can spend a token and block 1 hit at least, right?
Okay.
You'll get the tactics card maybe. Maybe here, I'll put it up here. You'd want...
Obviously, a founding stone's going in.
You could do... The sleeping virus
Let me
shouldn't
just-
be in our inventory, actually. Here. You could take the
Oh,
catgut
this is
bow.
the. You're saying right here, you put a green, you put a green, you put a green, you dump the finger of God, and you put the charm. Is there anything that we're really missing?
Yeah, right-sided green. Well, you'd screaming skirt would fit. Screaming coat would fit. Maybe switch to the screaming set a little bit. It would definitely allow you to take a hit.
Take a hit in the waist, it looks like. Sling mace is a weapon. And then get rid of that and green charm.
So what are we missing then?
I don't know. Got the harp. We got the cat eye circlet. Got the first aid kit.
Yeah.
And just put a shield over here instead of the lucky charm.
Yeah, you want me to build the shield? I just brown leather shield. 1 leather, 1 bone, 1 hide. So we need 1 hide. This changes into leather automatically because we already spent the leather making.
And the question becomes, would a monster grease be better than the screaming coat?
1 bone. Maybe I'll keep the shank bone back and 1 bone, 1 leather, 1 hide. Okay.
As a monster grease, I would get 2 evasion. Yeah, I'm going to do that. There.
Instead of what?
Instead of the skirt or the coat, I'm going to use the monster grease, and then I
Yeah.
get 2 evasion.
Okay, fair enough. Also, the waist gives you a +1 to severe injury waist rolls just in case you do get hit there.
And you know what? That's what we're doing. I'm just going in with a loincloth and a lot of gear.
Well, that's how we started out. Loincloth
Yep.
and a lot of gear.
Yep.
You're just stripping down.
Whistling mace. Maybe I'll sucker punch him. Who knows?
Well, like if somebody comes in who's not fist and tooth, they're going to be whistling macing.
That's right.
On a perfect hit,
Or
you reveal the
leather
next
shield.
AI card, place it on the top or bottom of the AI deck. Yeah. You're also going to hit yourself, but you know, that's just life because you're going to take tons of hits and die.
Yep, we're
So-
coming to peace with that.
Well,
And I can actually take 1 hit to the waist with the screaming skirt. Funny.
so we lose 2 strength on the mace, but the mace and 1 accuracy, but you throw 3 dice instead of 2.
Yeah, it's a sucker punch.
Sucker punch of dragons.
Sucker punch and I missed that game. If anybody doesn't know, there used to be a auto battler game called
It's on my channel, remember?
Storybook Brawl. If you haven't seen it yet, you can go to the Doc's channel and take a look at it. It's I don't know if you remember, but early last year the Silicon Valley Savings Bank died, and when it died, it took all of their money away, so the game got killed.
Well, they made some stupid investments too, to be fair.
And we're all about the fairness here.
Yeah. Probably won't need this, but just in case. The Screaming Coat's going away. Finger of God going away. We don't need the satchel anymore. So yeah, you can technically take a hit, except anywhere except your head, and still be okay. Now with the leather shield. The other thing is you can spend 1 to ignore the hit the next time you're attacked, but you got to do it before you're attacked. So
Well,
it can
that would
target
be-
you, and then you can surge and do it.
Yeah, plus it's probably going to be telegraphed since it's going after the person farthest away.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's weird that I'm putting F against the in the slots here, but yeah, head's bad for everybody right now. But you know, that's the way it goes.
I was gonna tell you, take a shot to the head, you get what you get. This is a rough business.
All right, so let's just make sure we got our tokens lined up here. I get 2 for evasion.
Let's see here.
We'll depart next time. I get 2 for strength here. Let me see, battle UI, Qatar. I don't need to see the founding stone because I'm not going to be using it.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Can't roar. I don't get the move either. So, yay. Because it's not connected here. And this has to be... Oh, I guess I can roar, but I don't have the blue, so never mind. Alright. I need 3 green. Oh boy, wait a minute. I don't... Yeah, I don't need this like set up like this there, so I can switch this out. I can at least take advantage of this and the monster grease. Okay. Don't really need the blue. I do need to connect that. There we go. Okay, all connected there. Connected here, so I can move it. At the end of your act, you may move 1. I have reached 2. Yay! Means I don't have to necessarily get knocked around by bash, but I'm immune to the bash anyway. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, yay! We got to bring the green charm at the end. So there, at the end of the game, the green charm comes out to play.
Oh, I'm coming in with a skirt and a willingness to bite, just the way nature intended it.
All right, I guess we are then
Oh, man.
wrapping it up here, everybody. Literally, this is probably the end. We've got a couple lantern guys here. We'll have to look up a few rules before we roll this out, but thanks for joining, everybody. It's going to be the grand finale. I don't think we're going to survive it. We do have a lot of people, though. So the thing is, Jim, is we do have the people to summon them out. We've got 26 people, and depending on how this goes, if we could just summon retinues until we run out of people, unless we have to have at least 4. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Then that means we have 22. So we've got a good 5 retinues we can bring out. And as long as we come out swinging, cat eye circlet, cat eye circleting to make sure we know what's coming up. Founding stone, founding stone, founding stone. To get well, the thing too, the thing about the founding stone is, you know, this is the end of the game, so we don't know. Maybe this guy doesn't even have any crit location. Maybe he's like the butcher.
Oh man, would that be a shot in the nuts?
Yeah.
Man, don't even speak that into existence.
Well, we've got other ways to deal with him, but it's not ideal because we're hoping that we get 4 free wounds off him that are crits. But the thing is we do need to get 20. Let's see, where's the red? We're gonna get some red dice here. So yeah, he has 15 hit points. So there's the 15 hit points right there. And oh, toughness +2.
Nothing's changed. For me, at least.
Wait, listen to this. The monster toughness is equal to the current lantern year on the settlement record sheet. And if we have records, he gets +2. So the current lantern
27.
year is 20. It's currently 25.
Plus 2 is 27.
So yeah, he gets 27 toughness. So we were looking at that wrong.
Yes, we were, but nothing's changed for me.
Oh yeah, nothing's changed. We're
Hit and crit. That's all I'm doing.
that makes it a lot harder to wound him though. This is going to be a lot of hope for crits.
Yeah, well, this might be a slugfest. I mean, we may have to do more than one video just in the combat, depending on.
Yeah, I think so too. We're already at like almost 2 hours on the settlement video here.
Oh, that's just good old-fashioned panic.
That's right. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. We're wrapping it up here. We will catch you in the next episode. Any last words for the people out there, Jim?
I honestly don't know why we're so surprised that a horror game is sucker punching us, but that's what happened.
It's pretty funny when I flipped the page and saw, and I'm like, dude, he's on the cover of the box.
Dude, he is on the cover. That should be the name of our video.
Fair enough. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you in the next one when we get completely face rolled. But we're going in with a little tiny bit of optimism. Thanks for joining. Peace out.